They brought us from India to the sugar canes.
Wild.
They took away my Indian surname, dog. It's Thomas.
The worst that can happen in SA is McG getting sued, because McG got sued for defamation of character. I think that's the worst that we need to be scared of here in SA. But still, regardless, killing someone just because you don't agree with what he says.
Yeah, difference of opinion.
Wild. Yeah.
Nah, he's done stuff for Trump.
Exactly.
He played a huge role for his
first
election
as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
So you can't now be saying Trump can't be upset for this person because there's a whole other things where Trump doesn't know the person.
Exactly.
It's a reality, and the thing is, it comes down to the whole thing of everyone being too sensitive. And also, what was also crazy was that they're finding evidence about it being related to some sort of transgender movement type of thing on the casings.
I saw that as well.
But in my opinion, I think it's a frame.
Disclaimer. This podcast is all about real conversations. Raw, authentic, and unscripted. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in raw conversations are solely those of the host and the guests. If you're struggling, please reach out to someone qualified. And remember, take what helps, leave what doesn't. Welcome to the circle. Let's keep it raw, real, and respectful. Welcome back to Raw Conversations with Herald Kavuala. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm joined by my buddy, Coach as well at some point in time. TJ doesn't need enough introduction because he's my homeboy, and today we're just going to react on what just recently happened with Charlie Kirk. Now, obviously, we don't live in the US. We're all the way in South Africa, but still, even we feel a little threatened at the fact that people are getting shot for just sharing their fucking opinions. Anyways, what do you have to say about that? Introduce yourself. Yeah.
Like Harold said, my name is TJ. We dope, close homies. I was his coach at a point. But yeah, ever since then, we've just become friends. And yeah, like you said, we're going to be reacting on the situation of Charlie Kirk. It is a relatively terrifying and scary situation. Not as badly for us because we in South Africa, but America and their speakers, if I can put it that way, is probably going to be feeling a lot of pressure.
Okay, cool. So let's just get down to our thoughts on what we think. Obviously, we don't have the same brain, so I'm gonna start off with what I think. So, first and foremost, like I said, we're not in the States, we're in South Africa, so we can't really relate in terms of gun violence and gun policy the States has. Obviously, it's wild, it's crazy that someone can just shoot someone. Yeah, but my initial thoughts, or what made me reach out to my friend and be like, let's react to this podcast, to this incident, is because for someone to get shot just because of his views, his personal views, for me, that's terrifying. It kind of tells me that we're living in a world in which everyone is just sensitive. Like everyone's just overly sensitive. There's so many platforms, there's so many channels. If you don't like what someone's saying, you just switch the channel and watch something else. For you guys to actually, and from the videos, you can tell that this whole thing was not something that just randomly happened. You can tell this was planned.
Yeah, definitely.
It says it was like 200 yards.
Yeah, 200 to 250 yards from where the shooter was.
Shot you can tell the shot was intended to kill the person. It wasn't
100%. That thing wasn't to injure.
Yeah, it wasn't to scare him. So yeah, that's my take. Like we're in a sensitive time, and that's very scary for a lot of us podcasters. It's got everyone kind of shaken.
Yeah, everyone's shook, bro.
Everyone is shook, man.
Everyone's saying, now we need to amp up our security. What? That time there's people speaking worse shit than Charlie Kirk.
I think the worst that can happen in SA is McG getting sued, because McG got sued for defamation of character. I think that's the worst that we need to be scared of here in SA. But still, regardless, killing someone just because you don't agree with what he says.
Yeah, difference of opinion.
Wild. Yeah.
Nah.
It's very wild.
Nah.
So what's your take? What do you think about the whole freaking incident?
To be honest, it's stupid at the fact that it's because someone was shot for having a difference of opinion. It shows, like you said, that everyone's in a very sensitive time. But also in saying that, I wasn't surprised that he got shot, in all honesty. Because of
why?
The way that the stuff that he was saying, and also social media was also a thing to blame. I say this because they put up the rage bait. A lot of his rage bait stuff. Okay. But there's been other videos only now, recently, that's surfacing where he says to other people, let's respect the leftist speech as we would want them to respect us. Of course, they don't do that. but let's still give that respect for them. And it's only now that he's died that these type of videos are coming out.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it's also social media that played a huge role on this.
But do you also think it's because, well, I mean, from my point of view, that's pretty serious aspect of it all. But you think it's because he's doing his things outside? I mean, Andrew Tate, Byron, I feel like Ben Shapiro, I feel like they're a bit more wild than he is. If someone had to get shot, I would want Andrew Tate and Myron to get shot. If they got shot, I'll be like, okay, sharp. They clearly deserved it because they clearly pissed someone off.
No, that I agree to.
But then someone like Kirk, do you think it's just because it was at the wrong place, wrong time? I wouldn't say wrong place, wrong time because it was planned.
I think it's a lot more. I think the reason why it happened with Kirk is because he's a lot more political. And
so you think it's somewhat affiliated to politics?
It has to be.
Because Trump is making the whole thing a political thing.
Exactly. And the thing is, do you think Trump would end up going to Myron's funeral if he got shot?
No.
Or Tate?
That's another thing I want to bring up, actually. Thanks for actually bringing that up. I picked up on socials that everyone's mad that Trump is reacting the way he's reacting towards Charlie Kirk.
Loss of,
And everyone's talking about every other person's incident, the shooting in school, the girl that got stabbed in the train.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but Trump knows Kirk. Trump doesn't know the other people. So you can't expect someone, like, if I know you personally, and you get shot and then someone died worse than you did, I'm going to find myself leaning towards
the person that you know.
Because I know you.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't understand someone getting mad at Trump. Like, oh no, someone got stabbed in the train. Trump doesn't know who that person is. Yeah. And also, I'm not in defense of Trump. That's just
But also, realistically speaking, he's done stuff for Trump.
Exactly.
He played a huge role for his election
as well.
Exactly, that's the thing. Yeah. So you can't now be saying Trump can't be upset for this person because there's a whole other things where Trump doesn't know the person.
Exactly.
It's a reality. And the thing is, it comes down to the whole thing of everyone being too sensitive. Everything comes down to being too sensitive.
It's a weird time, man. Everyone's just sensitive. Sharp. Look, I'm not speaking for myself. I'm not in defense of Kirk. I'm not here trying to defend him and say, I don't agree with a lot of stuff, especially his black people remarks. As a black man, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with a lot of other stuff that he says. I'm not going to point out the things I agree with in case I also become a target, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he says. But then to kill someone because of his opinions is very stupid. I feel like, and on my podcast, I speak a lot about mindsets.
Yeah.
Stuff. I feel like the person that pulled the trigger has a very, very weak mindset. And whoever paid him to do that has a very weak mindset.
To me, this is the thing now, because with everything that's also coming up, right? Like the evidence that's been showing up and stuff like that. Like, for example, to my understanding, the way he was shot was a professional hit, right? A lot of people are saying, even professionals who are snipers, I am by no means a flipping professional by any means necessary. But I've seen you shoot a few times. The thing, I know how to shoot.
But have you ever shot a sniper?
Yeah.
What guns have you shot?
If you have shot your handgun, I've shot your shotgun, your SMGs, your ARs, and your snipers. So I have shot all types of. I just haven't shot a grenade launcher.
And it stopped shooting paintballs and it started shooting real guns. Okay.
So like, and it takes precision to shoot a 200 to 250 meter target. I mean, yard.
Yeah,
it's a target.
That's a 200-yard target.
You know how hard it is to shoot a 5 meter target and the handgun. It's hard.
It's crazy, man. I've never shot, but just the whole thought of it.
The thing is, it has to be precise, because the thing is, if you're using, for example, a scope to shoot someone,
which he did use,
he did definitely use it.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you're carrying a scope and it bumps like a table, or if it's bumping in transit, it zeroes out, which is
that's enough to throw it out. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So that means the person had to have known what they were doing. And also, what was also crazy was that they're finding evidence about it being related to some sort of transgender movement type of thing on the casings.
I saw that as well.
But in my opinion, I think it's a frame.
Yeah,
I think it's causing more trouble.
Because they did say that they actually found notes.
It's on the casings.
Yeah.
The thing is, and that is a thing where even with I can't remember their names now, but it is a thing where they used to put things on the casings, and if it's spent, it's knocked over, which means the gun has been shot off with the bullet. And there was also casings that wasn't spent yet with these movements written on it. Now the thing is, I don't know if it was a person who supports transgender movements. By all means, I really don't know.
Looking at the picture the FBI put, if truly that's the suspect, he does look like he's part of them.
Yes,
that's just my judgment. That's just my
the
judgment.
guy wearing all black.
Yeah, the one with the glasses.
Right, and they said he's a student.
This is
That's
what
like
he does.
28, 29. Dog, come down.
When I say about like, what student is this?
That
In
is
night
not with
school.
us, dog.
This is definitely not day
Ah,
school.
yeah.
This is definitely not day school.
Nah, he must have went back to college or something.
Night school.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only way. Like, there's no way you should attend school during the day. You probably have a 9 to 5.
And then he
you
went
go
to
study.
yeah. Maybe.
If ever he's actually
Because he did not look like a student.
at all, man.
And they still say that he's anywhere between 27, 28, 29.
Not
But
a
what also
chance.
was weird was, in walking distance, there was a plane that took off, a private jet.
Okay, I don't know that.
Go check that out, right? It was literally within a 30-minute period after him getting shot. There was a private jet that took off as well.
But you know what's so funny? All the conspiracies around this issue. There's a guy that says no, it was the guy with the blue shirts and stuff.
Yeah, with the old guy, the old buddy.
He's the one that shot him.
Yeah.
Because he had some weird stuff.
That's impossible, dude.
I was like,
that's impossible.
okay, I get what you're saying, but at the angle in which the gunshot, the bullet which hit was somewhere here, and then he's on this side.
The bullet got shot was in his chest.
It was on the neck.
If you look carefully, so always remember,
It was
whenever
on the neck.
the exit wound was on the neck. A bullet, whenever a bullet is in,
hit the chest,
I swear,
it's like
a
an artery.
your bone. Remember, a bullet's never going to go boom, boom. It will never go straight. It can hit many things in your body, even your organs, and it can ricochet out.
Was it to the chest?
Yeah,
and
like
then
literally
sprang
just
through the neck.
Yeah, literally just below the clavicle. If you see the video again, you'll see there's two holes. The entry wound is always cleaner. The exit wound is always ugly. The exit wound is the one that we saw.
So it went in this way and came out that way.
It went in this way and came out this way. I'll zoom it in and show you.
But how is that if the guy's shooting from
an angle of
from
down?
an angle going down? How does a bullet do that?
It ricochets anywhere here. It can ricochet. Remember,
And let's watch the video again.
You have a chest plate as well.
I legit thought the bullet literally hit him here. That's why the blood sprang that way.
Everyone thinks that. Everyone's seeing that. But if you zoom into it, and even there's also experts that says if you zoom into it, you'll look. There's an entry hole and an exit hole.
Zooming into such stuff?
Dude, that's because I need to see these things. I find these things.
I never at any point in time still let me zoom in.
Yeah, dude, I zoom in to see where was the entry hole, where was the exit hole, because the way that it came out, the way the blood splattered, doesn't make sense as an entry hole. That's the thing.
Because the only thing that got to me was how he got into like some sort of fit. I was like,
yeah, because it was in his artery, the jugular. It was one of the jugular arteries, and that's why his hands started going up because he wanted to hold his blood in.
But then you don't think that guy did that?
No way. He was down. No ways could you have, because that you can see the exit hole is going in from this angle. And
the second conspiracy was the guy at the back with the test. I don't know if you're showing.
I didn't see
the guy who, I don't know, did some messed up with the hand and then did this. And then
everyone with the black.
Assumed,
everyone
assumed that he was the shooter.
Yeah.
Go ahead now.
But the thing is, that's his private security. And the thing is, they're not going to speak and say, hey, listen, there's this person. They need to have sign language within the bodyguards.
Was that sign saying the shooter take the shot now?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't want to say what sign it could have been. But the crazier thing is that they say that that's the same security personnel that was with Trump when he got shot in the ear.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. It's the same person. So it's stacked.
Sometimes I think I'm like, could this possibly be an inside job? Because everything sounds planned.
To me, I just know that the shooter's professional, dog.
Okay, that much we know.
The inside job, I don't know.
I mean, I watched the video how the guy
thing.
literally just drove back this car, walked up. Wait. Oh no, I'm confusing that with Donald Trump's shooting. Okay, sharp. I don't know how the Utah guy got up. Because I know Donald Trump.
They said he got up through but what also doesn't make sense was because it wasn't on the college roof. It was on a building. It was a building, it's a building behind them. And they said that he got access through the stairways. And it's if I'm not mistaken, it's a public building, so it shouldn't have been that hard to have done it. But I could be wrong. Again, I'm starting on correction with a lot of the things that I say. It's just there's certain things I'm like, nah, it's impossible for it to not be a professional.
Yeah, no, that much I know for a fact that it's a pro. That's a pro shooting. And yeah. Anyway, so that's our views. We live in a sensitive time. Everyone is a sissy. Okay, so not to be long, man. I'm just gonna finish up with my final words, and then TJ's gonna give up his final words as well. Because all I'm going to say is just it's pretty simple, guys. And this is raw conversations with Herald Kavuala. We try by all means to keep it raw without being offensive or insultive or whatever else may be. We need to toughen up as a society. the guys from the early 90s and 80s will look at us and be like,
you're a bunch of
this
pussies.
generation's become soft.
You guys are a bunch of pussies.
Even in the world of sports, they would ask people like
Bruh.
Michael Jordan,
Bruh.
is basketball the same as well? Like, brother, back then we were killing each other. Shaq, Magic Johnson, all the guys are like, back then we were killing each other.
To me, I think it's such a sad thing because everyone's too scared to voice their opinions and stuff like that. Granted, I mean, you don't end up like what has happened, but still. The thing is, as men, we've become soft, horribly, undeniably.
And I like the
soft.
fact you just brought up as men because I feel like we're supposed to be the strongest ones,
but
regardless of the situation. We're supposed to at least. It's like, it's like what they say, you're carrying over each other's names. Like carrying over the freaking toughness that our forefathers had.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, a man wants to leave a legacy. I've never heard of a man, besides from a select few, that I can say that I've heard them say, I want to leave a legacy. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, I'm with you.
And I'm like, bruh, that your name, your surname is what carries weight. Like, I still get know of people that's like, oh, you're your dad's son. And I'm like, yeah.
I get that also.
Exactly. And that's
and for me, that's pride.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
I wanted to always be
exactly
like
what
how
I
the
want.
man was.
Yeah, I wanted to end this, but before we end this, let me just ask you this one question. South Africa has just passed a law that says a man cannot take the woman's.
It's the surname. The surname.
As I heard, just you brought up legacy. I'm like, if that law does actually, which it has gone through, and a man actually take the name of the, as much as this is another topic.
No, fuck.
But what happens to legacy? What happens
away.
to generations?
It goes away.
It
honestly goes away.
What on earth are we doing?
No, I don't think
I don't
should be
agree
a
with
thing.
it.
I don't.
I generally don't agree.
The thing is, you're bringing them. It's two people coming together. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Biblically, you are taking your husband's name.
Exactly.
The thing is also, the problem that I also find is that we live in a religiousless society.
Less society. Is
Yeah,
what you're saying?
less. Like
Okay,
there is no nah, they're Christian. You can tell they're Christian. Nah.
And that's one of the things I saw. Everyone was like, what's happening to our culture as Africans? You know, sure, there is religion as well, but there's also African culture. You know, when a man marries over, it's like, this is now my household.
Yeah.
And
You've come to me.
You know?
It's not necessarily your property of me.
Yeah.
But you and I are together and I'm supposed to provide and protect you. That's
and
how
I
I
must
see
take
it.
your name.
Nah.
In other words, I'm taking your father's name because your name is your father's name. So now I'm carrying your father's.
I'm taking you out your father's house.
Man.
I'm taking you out your father's house.
I just paid Lobola for me to take your father's name with me. You must be mad.
No, fuck. I'll never do something like that. Bruh.
I'd never. If I'm taking your name, I'm not paying Lobola. Let's make it deal.
What about me? I don't pay Lobola, dog. What do I do?
What are you, man? Are you black?
Is my hair curly?
I'm asking, are you black? I don't know.
No,
during the apartheid era, you pass as white.
What? No, fuck.
There's no way the pencil's gonna get stuck in your head.
That's racist. That's some apartheid shit. That's a pencil test.
But that's what it was.
That's
There's
a
no
beard.
ways. Yeah,
Everyone's beard is different to their head. I don't have hair.
My beard is more coarse than yours.
Yeah, it's because you're black.
Yeah, so what are you?
Mine's straighter though.
Did you iron it?
No, I'm Indian. It's a straight.
Where are the Indians for? But Indian itself, there is that option actually on forms. Are you black, white, or Indian?
Yeah, and it's Indian. And other.
So you're not just your own race?
Yes. Oh, wow.
Wild.
They brought us from India to the sugar canes.
Wild.
They took away my Indian surname, dog. It's Thomas.
Thomas just I'm expecting Kujapali. Thomas.
Nah, dog. They colonized us properly. Apparently it was some Kundan Sami or something. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm happy they took it away from me.
So you're Thomas.
Yeah, can you imagine how I would have been more bullied in school? The fuck? Nah. Nah, dog.
Wild. Oh, snap. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was our take on the whole Charlie Kirk fiasco in the States. Do you have any final words you want to say?
Stop being fucking sensitive. If you have something that you don't like, vocalize it and then move on.
Yeah, man. It's a freaking debate, man. You know, if you don't like what someone says, challenge them. Yeah. Verbally, that is.
Not physically.
And that's what Kirk was doing. The mic is there. Come. tell me what you believe. I tell you what I believe, and that's it.
And the thing
Go
is,
home, I go home.
the thing people think if you can't be opinionated and be wrong.
Exactly.
And it's okay. You can learn.
It's okay to lose. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to learn.
Yeah, to be educated on things that you may not have known. Completely normal. You're never going to know everything in this life, dude. Never. Never.
And this applies globally. It's not even a South African thing or a US thing. I think the whole sensitive thing is just a global thing because, I don't know, somehow everything passes on from one country to the next country to the next country.
Although South Africans, we make a joke of it.
Even with South Africans, we're getting sensitive as well to some points. But
yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it this far into the episode, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your your support. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Stay strong, stay raw, and we'll see you in the next one.